You're a freaky ass 69 guy. If you up, smash that like button. Welcome to Blacker Than Black Times Infinity. I'm your host, Who's Prodigy, coming to you live and direct from the Vista Smoke Me Out fam with all the dank shit on my left. Oldest ninja in the world, old ninja.
Black Samurai. Hi.
My far right engineering on the ones and twos, choking people out on threes and fours, Chronos.
I'm either on or off the wagon again. I never know which way it goes. So I'm not drinking booze. So there you go.
As long as you're not smearing shit on the wagon.
Yeah. I prefer to use the blood of goats to let them know that this wagon is safe. Don't kill the children on this wagon. But also, children shouldn't be on the wagon. But whatever. It's a biblical reference, y'all. Biblical reference.
There you go.
Okay, that's. I guess that's reasonable.
That's Easter.
Yeah.
Was it Easter or before Easter?
Was it before Easter? I can't remember. All I know is that God definitely killed a bunch of kids that didn't have blood over the.
Yeah, they were commanded to do so, and that was. I don't know if that was Easter though.
That's crazy. Maybe it wasn't Easter. I forget what it was. Passover. That's what it was. I think it was Passover.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I like legs and shit.
Yeah.
You know, I will say this. We here in like California don't necessarily appreciate this, but a swarm of fucking locusts.
I knew you were going to say that. Well, they're cicadas. Yeah. They're not really locusts, so they're different.
Yeah. Well, yeah. There's those, but there are locusts too.
There are. Do you know what locusts are?
Yeah.
What are they? What do you think they are?
They're like these insects that make this. They're in huge swarms and they eat all the fucking everything.
Yes, but also, it's like a different insect, right? It's actually grass. They're actually grasshoppers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that are like, most people don't know this, but like when there's like a swarm of they're just grasshoppers that mutate when there's like a bunch of them together, and those are locusts. They're fucking mutated grasshoppers. Just like how you have like a pig. If you put a pig in the wild, they eventually turn into fucking hogs.
Yep.
With hair and shit and like fucking crazy tusks. That's what happens to grasshoppers. They become locusts like that.
Yeah. The millions of them, they make that really creepy humming noise, and
they both do. That hole in their back is really gross.
Yeah, but like those fucking swarms are no fucking joke. Then there's plenty in the world that experience it all the fucking time.
So apparently cicadas don't chew leaves or decimate crops, but it's locusts that do.
Yes, they eat everything.
Damn.
Yeah. And you ain't winning either. Like you're not stopping them. It's been around since forever.
Because they're like it's like a wave of bugs. They look like wave of water flowing in the air. They're all bugs.
They're fucking gross, and some of the reason why I'm proud to live in California.
Yeah. Cicadas versus
cicada
versus locusts.
We have incredibly high housing costs. Yes, we have incredibly high gas costs. Yes, we have unhoused situation that's pretty shitty. But we don't got crazy ass fucking bugs like that. We don't have fucking swarms of shit coming through our cities.
Oh.
So
yeah, we don't have June bugs either.
We don't have hurricanes. We don't have fucking tornadoes. Yes, we get earthquakes every now and again. Just saying. And if you're in SoCal, it's basically 70 degrees for most of the year.
Mm-hmm. And if you do want snowy environments, you drive for a couple hours, and usually you can get to a mountain range and do that.
Yeah, you know what's funny is that
unless you already live there,
people that live in California don't know that you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, you can go to the snow in California. It's super easy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And it's not even that hard of a drive. It's like pretty well paved. You're not having to. You barely have to put your car in low gear. For actually, most modern cars, you probably wouldn't have to put them in low gear at all. Like if you have a car from the 90s, you'll have to go into low gear at like maybe 2 points.
Bro, why would you have a car from last century? That's fucking crazy. They had gasoline in cars back then. I thought they had horses and shit.
The fuck? Horses? They're not fucking. The fuck? What the hell? What am I thinking of?
Horse and buggy?
Yeah, what's the Amish? There you go. Thinking Amish. Even though apparently there's an Amish like colony in California. More than one.
Really?
Yeah, they're very small, but there's a couple of them here. I was like, what the fuck? I guess they're in Central Valley because someone talked about how like there's like on one of the highways, I guess they road on one of the highways, there's a horse and buggy out of nowhere. because I guess one of the roads had flooded or some bullshit. I was like, "What? Since when is there Amish in California? That's fucking weird." But they're there.
More power to them. I will say this. Just realize that there are plenty of parts of California that are more similar to rural Texas and rural Mississippi than folks from outside of the state would have you believe.
Oh yeah, 100%. That's we call them agriculture.
Damn, we got off on a weird start. We're talking about wagons, we about weird parts of the state, locusts, biblical references. I love it. We fucking back in this motherfucker, goddammit. Hopefully Blue will join us, but we should start with some stats. We usually have them, right? We didn't even do that.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. First in the chat was Warrior Fellow, but I think we lost him because he was like, he couldn't, there was no audio. So I had to go back and actually like fix the audio. And then, let's see, listener of the week. I got to figure this out because SoundCloud has like changed up their site. Oh, there we go. It's back now. Oh, wow. We had a really good week. Will be,
oh shit. I gotta damn it. I need to restart the, so our previous live room is now dead, so we have to go to the new live room.
It's Joel is our listener of the week, so thank you very much.
Oh, right on.
Very cool. All right, old ninja, you got anything frothy brown, liquidy, carbonated?
Yeah. Hold on, let me see. You said Warrior Fellow is not in the chat? Let me see if this works. Yeah, we got shit, I forgot what bottle I brought this week. I actually had to go back to my old English 800. Thought I had something more highbrow this week, but I guess not.
You realize that about your ass? You never you never pour out that liquid crack, man. You
No,
know?
no Four Loko. No. But I'll do some old English, oldie but a goodie. Poured it out for Roger Corman. So, legendary filmmaker, producer, and sometimes actor Roger Corman, who has a reputation of being king of B movies, who had also had many nicknames such as the Pope of Cinema, the Pope of Pop Cinema, the spiritual godfather of the New Hollywood, and the King of Cult. He was known as a trailblazer in the world of independent film, also a training ground of sorts for many high-profile actors and directors, which I'll go over later. He attended Stanford University at one point. Actually, he graduated Stanford University, and he served in the military during World War II. From the years 1955 to 1960, he produced or directed 30 movies for $100,000. 30 movies in the 50s and 60s. Even then, that's fucking dirt cheap. Film files. Well, you might know a couple of his films, such as The Gunslinger or The Day the World Ended, Machine Gun Kelly in 1958, and the original Little Shop of Horrors in 1960. Those are Corman films. These are films that got him, I guess, notoriety or critical praise. The Fall of the House of Usher, based on the works of Edgar Allan Poe in 1969, led to 8 low-budget hits.
Whoa. Let me just say this, too. Netflix remade that like a year or so ago.
Yes, sir. Yeah, last year.
Yeah, that was an amazing fucking series. I may go back and watch that 60s one. That's how good the 2023 version was on Netflix.
So the 60s ones are also, like, I guess, quote-unquote, critically acclaimed Corman films, if that means anything. These films were the starts of careers of actors Ellen Burstyn, Jack Nicholson, and Robert De Niro, and directors Martin Scorsese, Jonathan Demme, Joe Dante, and Peter Bogdanovich. Cool. He had a movie with William Shatner about racism in 1962 called The Intruder, also known as The Stranger. I guess it got renamed, but the film was denied a production code seal, so it was not shown everywhere due to the use of the N-word. Strange. I guess this is pre-Tarantino, by the way. For the next couple of
couldn't say the N-word?
Yes, they could. We all know this.
Yeah,
yes.
I'm scratching my head at this one, but all right.
I mean, they slapped him with whatever. So this is the movie that he said he wasn't going to do a movie that had a message to it anymore because he had so much issue with this film. So, for the next couple of decades, he would continue to produce but not direct low-budget films. There is a 1955 movie called The Fast and the Furious, which was produced by Corman, but so a 2001 producer had to pay him for the title and stock footage to use in his 2001 film. Corman would go on to produce films up until his 90s. His final directorial feature film was the 1990 film Frankenstein Unbound, which disappointed genre fans, and he never directed another feature-length film again. He went on to direct some Netflix stuff with some of his proteges, but no feature-length films. Corman was the one who produced the 1994 and never released the Fantastic Four. Most of the creature features, which were on Sci-Fi or the Sci-Fi Channel, are produced by Roger Corman's company or him himself. Just a quick rundown of some of the careers he either started or propelled: James Cameron, Ron Howard, Dennis Hopper, William Shatner, and Francis Ford Coppola. Just to name a few of the people that they got their start with him, and he mentored them. He died on May 9th at the age of 98 in his home in Santa Monica.
Are you talking about that one Fantastic Four movie that was like you could only find on YouTube that was just awful looking and cheesy as fuck, like even worse than like the 2015 version with Michael B. Jordan?
I mean, that was basically every superhero movie before Blade was fucking terrible, except Marvel. I mean, Superman obviously and Batman, but every Marvel movie before Blade was fucking terrible. There was a Punisher. There was Fantastic Four. There was even an Avengers. There was a bunch of other movies too that were all fucking terrible.
Howard the Duck?
Actually, I like Howard the Duck.
I do, but that movie got panned like left and right, even though I've seen that movie 11 times. So, still, but yes, the 1994, the one that you could only find at like conventions or bits and pieces on YouTube, that was a Roger Corman produced movie. There's actually a lot of I want to say it's like kind of a more like urban legend now behind the movie, because there's two different stories about what happened. I guess the one that is more, I guess, sanctioned by Corman and Avi Arad, who was the Marvel producer at the time when he came on board, was that the fact that they had to buy the rights back from the movie just to not get it released.
Damn.
So apparently Corman he co-signs on that from Avi Arad. But the other one that seems to pop up a lot when there's like fan theories that they had to make the movie in order to keep the rights type of thing. Apparently that's kind of part of the urban legend. It may not be true, but the one that Corman backs is the one that they had to buy the rights back to keep the movie from being released. So
holy fuck.
So like I said, the creature features like not Sharknado, but the shit that's like that. I lost my list there, but like fucking the Scorpion. No, not the Scorpion. Where's my page? I lost my page, but yeah, but basically the combo, like the Anaconda Piranha type shit and the Sharktopus. Those are Corman produced movies. So I gotta say, like back in the day, he had a deal with Showtime, and he produced this show. It was a series of films called The Black Scorpion. It was a superhero show, but it was, I guess, a comedy. I mean, it was kind of funny, but I didn't get it at the time. But it had this like woman in this like super scantily clad scorpion outfit, but she was kicking ass, doing like fucking superhero shit, and it had like several sequels. But it was on Showtime during the Roger Corman Presents. It was actually, I believe, a lot of his works is now in collections, so you can like buy collections. I think one of the streaming services might have a what was it called? It's like a Roger Corman, not anthology, but like it's like collected works where you can like sit and just stream a bunch of his stuff. So some of it's collected on DVD. He's produced 400 movies and directed 50. So he's put in a lot of work. And so he's known for making movies for $5 million or less. You know, one of his movies stars Peter Fonda. He made it for like $32,000 or some shit, or like $78,000, and movie made $25 million.
Yeah, I was gonna say some of those times, like you can make a film on the cheap, and if it's a fucking hit, man, that ROI is ridiculous.
Ridiculous. And he's had a few, but he kept his movies mostly independent. He worked for one studio, Columbia, and there were some issues back then, so he went back to independent, and he just produced whatever the fuck he wanted. He did whatever the fuck he wanted. But apparently he was a great teacher. He gave us James Cameron, who the movie Piranha, that was Corman. That was a Corman produced film. That's where James Cameron was working behind the scenes. Where he learned from Corman how to make movies. That was like his first. I think that was his first or second job, and he helped him, mentor into movies. Francis Ford Coppola, Martin Scorsese, all learned from Roger Corman, who continued to do movies until he's like 91, and he died at 98. So kudos to him. I've enjoyed a lot of his B movies. Because some of them they're so ridiculously bad that they're so good.
The Nurture Man. All right. Anybody else?
No, that's all I got. I feel like Roger Corman's the OG. That's all I got for now. I think I missed someone that happened yesterday, but I'll just catch him next week. Catch me outside.
Catch you outside, goddammit. What are we getting into first, gentlemen?
Where should we go? I don't have the list up. I gotta pull it up.
You have a list up?
Yeah.
Damn, I lost my Corman list. He had like a bunch of crazy fucking shit too. Because like I'm trying to think of, I don't want to miss, because like there's so many like giant beast movies and shit that he had, but they're like popular on sci-fi. So
I gotta ask Prodigy, have you watched any more Three Body Problem?
I watched one more. I know I'm going slow as fuck on.
Yeah, what, episode 3 then?
Yeah, I'm on episode 3. I do really enjoy it quite a bit. I like all the backstory with the scientists and the fucking crazy numbers and the sky blinking and all the stuff.
Wait, I'm sorry, sky blinking?
Yeah,
yes.
like the stars fucking blink.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a giant eye or some bullshit.
There's, I don't want to give away, but yeah, all the stars go off and then back on again, like blinks.
Yeah, I haven't started this because my cousin's been on my ass about this, so I'm gonna try to start it soon.
It's really good.
It's quite good. Prodigy, I'm hoping that you'll get to episode 5 quickly, because I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, it was like one of the most horrific mass deaths I've ever seen. I was like, dude.
8 episodes long, or
yeah. It like It's kind of like in the beginning, it's kind of slow, like it's interesting, and they get to episode 5, and I was just like, bruh, like what the fuck? And then it just kind of goes from there. Then I'm not going to spoil the ending, but I will say the ending of the season leaves a lot to be desired. But apparently, it's based on a book series, so hopefully it gets picked up for a second season. Now I got to read the books.
Yeah, I heard the books are kind of older too. Like
they are. So like one of the guys I do jiu-jitsu with, who I don't see all the time, he said that he read the books and he said there was like I think it was a Chinese guy that wrote them, and he said there might be like a problem with like the translations. But I'm like, I don't really care, because I read books in like different languages that where sometimes there is like a weird translation thing. So I'll still check it out. Like The Witcher is probably a perfect example. Another one is The Game, where it's like GAME3. That was another Chinese book that was translated into English. There's a couple of books that I read that were lit RPGs that were in Russian. They got translated, but as long as like the gist of the fucking thing is still translated correctly, I can still get into it. So just a fair warning: if you watch the series, you want to read the books, it's a translated book. So
what always trips me out, obviously being a typical American, and I speak one language, and I speak that sort of okay, but not the greatest, is that there's these words and concepts and definitions that just don't easily fit in the normal English language all that well sometimes from other languages. And then like when someone explains it really well, you're like, oh yeah, we should have a word for that. There's a whole bunch of fucking examples that I can't think of right now, but like I've seen the most. Like,
I will give you one. It's
go ahead.
It's translated into absolute territory in Japanese. I forget the actual words for it. Yeah. Give me a second. It's like something Zete something. Hold on, absolute territory in Japanese.
Absolute territory.
Yeah, and it's Zetai Ryoki, and it's basically if a woman is wearing a skirt and thigh high stockings or socks, it's the amount of skin you can see between like the ending of the stocking or sock and the beginning of the skirt. It's called absolute territory, but it doesn't make any sense in the English translation because it's absolute. Like, what are you talking about? But yeah, Zetai.
It almost sounds like a math
Ryoki.
term in English.
Yeah. So that's a really good one. There's also a bunch of like I'm learning Spanish now, and there's some that don't translate that great. I'm trying to think of one, but it doesn't come to mind. Obviously, women's thighs came to mind right away. Thank you, being a man. Just saying.
Yeah, and the other thing that's weird about language too, and again, I don't speak any other languages really, but like how your first language shapes kind of the way you think and see the world as well, in terms of like the language you use to describe, like I am hungry. Are you really the embodiment of hunger, or do you just feel hungry?
Well, that's what's weird. So like in Spanish, you will like say the something. So if I say like, thank you for dinner, it's like, gracias para la cena. But that's like literally saying thank you for the dinner. And there's like a bunch of things where it's like the whatever. And like, so now I have to like translate things in my mind to like just let the part off. And like still say the words, but in English it's translated like differently. So
yeah. Language is a funny concept.
Yeah, it's very weird. I'm just looking at some of these crazy Roger Corman produced. So I was kind of right. I knew it was one, but I had it backwards. It's Piranha Conda. Piranha Conda, Sharktopus, Dino Shark, Camel Spiders.
I've seen that.
Oh yeah, those are real things. They're not as big as what they claim, but they're pretty fucking big. They're actually not spiders either. So.
Yeah, so the picture shows them on this person's head. They're bigger than their ear. They're like half his face. And they're all over there's a few on his head. There's also Dino Shark, Dino Croc Super Gator. Like a bunch of these from Sci-Fi. These are Roger Corman produced films. Super crazy, but people fucking watch them. So there you go.
He was literally a few syllables away from Dino Crisis, and he just didn't there.
Just missed it. Thank you to those in the
chat.
What the fuck is his name? No, yeah, it's the chat, but the fucking what the fuck is this fucking we're streaming on fucking
I don't know where the
Twitch.
fuck you're going.
Twitch chat. I'm looking at Twitch chat.
Oh, Twitch chat is the people talking on there? I need to like.
Yeah, there's a couple people. Yeah, a couple people saying thanks to the two that I see in there right now. I don't know who else is in there.
Well, somebody's in a YouTube chat saying Old Ninja happy birthday because he turned even fucking older a day or so ago. Did. So happy birthday.
Yep. Damn. Thank you. Yeah.
What was it like before the sun was like in our solar system for you? You know what I mean? Because you've been around before it.
It's called the Ice Age.
Okay.
So
before the sun? Yeah. No, that wasn't at the Ice Age, bro. That's before that.
Yeah, it's called ice. There was no sun, so everything's cold.
That's not what the Ice Age was, bro. Ninja, you've been to more college than I have, and I know this. What is going on here?
Ice Age. You weren't there.
Okay.
So there you go.
Okay.
All right.
There was another one that happened much later, but still.
I mean, you got to rewrite history, but you were there for it, so I'll allow it, I guess.
It was cold as fuck. So I'm just gonna say that.
Good fucking shit, man. I will say this. I will confess, I'm in a fucking gaming goddamn slump, man. I have not been. I have not been.
Bro, why aren't you playing Stellar Blade? That's right up your fucking alley.
I do. You know what? I do need to. I need to play that fucking game. You're right.
Play the demo. If the demo doesn't convince you, nothing else will. I mean, it's literally, it's got fucking ass and titty physics and like really good gameplay. Like the actual combat is like it's a way faster like what do you call those goddamn games? Soulsborne games. Like,
is it like DMC, Devil May Cry fast?
It's up there with Devil May Cry. Yeah, like as far as like speed goes, but you have to be like really judicious with like dodging and parrying and like your actual life because they will kill you fast as fuck, like a rogueslike game. So
good shit. Yeah, it looks great. B-Boy Frost was like tweeting out about it and telling me about it too. I need to
He's been
get,
talking about it.
huh?
He's been talking about it. I think he played the demo.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It looks phenomenal. I love the fact that they put so much attention into that woman's ass. You know, like this.
What the fuck?
I just no. I mean, like they focused on it. You know what I mean?
They got nice costumes. Just saying.
Yeah.
That's fucking terrible.
You know,
Terry Lane.
What was it? I saw some bullshit ass. I can't remember the name of the writer, but Kotaku artist or writer going off about how this is awful and all that. Can you please just shut the fuck up and let me enjoy my physics and ass physics?
This is the problem. It's like they lose the plot. Like to me, when you have to notice like all of the dudes that are in video games that are so obviously unattainable body styles. Like you play any goddamn fighting game. I mean, shit, you even play fucking like Devil May Cry. Like all these dudes that are in these games are also unattainable body shapes and styles. Like we play video games for fantasy to get away from life. Like part of that is being able to enjoy things that don't actually fucking exist. Like I know that when I'm playing Stellar Blade, like a woman cannot, or anybody for that matter, cannot wield weapons out of fucking thin air and fight these crazy chainsaw monsters on top of fucking buildings. So like, let's just, if you don't like it, just say you don't like it. Like I get it. It's okay not to like it, but other people are going to like it. So just let them like it. Like there's really no harm in these sorts of games.
And supposedly, because I saw some video, hopefully it was legit. Like there was an actress that did the mocap for this.
Oh.
You know, I can't remember her name.
Yeah, but I'm sure they like, you know.
Oh, sure, yeah. But,
you know.
But even with that being the case, so fucking what? You know what I mean? Like let people enjoy things. You know. But yeah, no, I've heard that one got excellent reviews. I definitely want to dip my toe into it, and I'll play the demo. I think that's probably the best starting point for me. I still want to
get you into Hades. And I know we had a conversation before the podcast. Hades 2 dropped. It's amazing, but we're talking before, and I was trying to get Prodigy to play even the old Hades because he played God of War Ragnarok, and he said that was like the only one that you've liked so far. So tell us what you liked about Ragnarok.
Yeah, Valhalla.
Right? Ragnarok Valhalla. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, Valhalla is a fucking 15 out of 10. Like the reason that I loved it is because it was so straightforward to get into. Yes, yeah, you're gonna die and whatnot, and get reborn and come back and try to go further. But you can make these little tweaks in terms of your play style. Oh, this time I'm going to use this shield. This time I'm going to use this spear, or I'm going to go heavier on the Blades of Chaos, or I'm going to up my life a little bit more, or I'm going to up my runic attacks, or I'm going to, all these little things that would make it appear to be easier a little bit, or you would feel like you made some progress. Even if you fucked up early on and died, you could still say, hey, at least I got this, at least I got that. For whatever reason, I'll try to dip my toe back in. But when I played Hades, I don't know, 2-3 years back, and I still have it, I was just getting my ass kicked without any like little breadcrumbs. I wasn't aware of how to do anything, and I'd never played a rogueslike, so take that with a grain of salt. But this was before I played a little bit of Returnal. Same thing. I just couldn't quite get into it. It was just nothing but death without a little breadcrumb of a reward for me. But Valhalla felt the exact opposite. I was like, oh, I fucking love this. I like the loop effect. I like how I feel like I'm getting better at the game every fucking run.
So literally what you're explaining about God of War Ragnarok is like the same across all roguelike games. It's just you were put in the shoes of a character that you already was established for you and you already liked, and you knew about the storyline. But in all these other roguelike games, they're all very similar with that, you die, you get little breadcrumbs to like get stronger. Shit in Hades, you get way more weapons than you do in fucking God of War, Valhalla, Ragnarok, whatever. Way more weapons.
Can I ask a quick question though?
Yeah.
Is there a level up screen after you die in Hades early on.
After you, yes, you have to work up to that point though. So you'll get to a point to where you can get things where you can have additional life, you can have additional magic.
I want that right a fucking way.
Yeah, you have to work up to it. But it's the same. No, it's the same thing in Valhalla too. It's literally the same fucking thing. Like you have to work your way up to buy the upgrades to be able to get all this shit.
But in Valhalla, right away, I did have like you talked to one of those Valkyries, and there was this, or right by the Valkyrie in that little stony area, there was like a thing where you can level up some of the runes and.
No, yes, it's there, but you need the resources to buy them.
Yeah,
and how do you do that? You have to play and die to get the resources to buy shit to be able to like make yourself better.
No, I completely hear it. I'm just simply saying I saw it there. I didn't even get to that point in Hades.
Oh yeah, no, they're there. Like, sorry, they don't show them to you until you have the resources to buy them. Like you have to open up the game more. So like the more you play the game, the more they open up like all this shit to you.
I know it's a little thing. We're different. That's fine. I want that right away. I need that. That's what I mean by breadcrumb.
Yeah,
like that breadcrumb would help.
Well, they're all there. You just got to get to the point to where you find all the shit to get to that. Even in Valhalla, like it's not there right away. Like there's like actually things that are missing in the very beginning, like the ability to like, I think you have the shield one, but there's like the ability to do, what the fuck was it? It was like the
Spartan Rage or whatever.
The Spartan Rage, and like getting the what do they call those fucking things? Like the relics. The relic thing is totally missing in the very beginning. There's 3 of those like little things where you can choose, like, and even then when you get to choose like the upgrades, they don't show them all to you at once. It's literally the same fucking thing in Hades and all the roguelikes games. Like they don't show you all these things right away because you don't have the resources to like upgrade yourself yet. They make you suffer and then earn it.
Yeah, I couldn't earn shit in it.
Suffer.
Yeah, but you'll see. Like, so in I'll say the main difference between, even though I said somebody's probably going to get mad because I said it already, but in Hades there are more weapons, but you can only use one at a time. And so that's a huge difference between God of War Valhalla and most roguelikes games, or at least Hades. Because in Hades you choose one. And then you choose that one weapon that sticks with you for the whole fucking run. You can upgrade it a whole bit, but the upgrades that you have that are random the whole way, they're fucking significant. Like today I was playing, Hades 2, and I finally found like the thing, like a combination that I like, but you can't get it every single time. So like in Hades 2, you play as like a woman, Melinoe, and she's way different from Zagreus. And so in this one, she has like a thing where she can lay like a trap, and it holds most enemies in place. And when I first started playing the game, I was like, yeah, this is useful to hold them in place, because like the main weapon that I like to use is a fucking axe, and it's slow moving but it does a lot of damage, but it doesn't reach very far, and it also doesn't have like to use like the projectile thing. You have to like hold it down. It takes a while to shoot, but I found like an upgrade to where like you could basically make that trap thing shoot forward as like a fireball, and then when people get caught in it, they get sucked in, and it does like damage as they're sucked in. But you have to like find that fucking upgrade, and it's like you don't get it every single run. But for me, that was like the shit. I can get like the ending almost every single, like near the end, almost every single time with like just that one upgrade. But yeah, same thing with like Valhalla. Like you have like things that you like to get in Valhalla, but you might not get them every time.
Yeah, no, I loved that aspect of it because I still felt fucking powerful and badass.
Yeah.
Every run, but I felt a different type of badass. Some runs were more spear, some runs were more Blades of Chaos, and then I appreciated the fucking axe way more with certain enemies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With certain, But that to me that was just fucking perfect.
Like I remember playing Valhalla. Like I never used the stupid fucking like whip thing with Blades of Chaos until like that. I was just like, oh, like this is actually useful. Like,
and it really depended on the enemy and what your other effects were, the runic effects, and like whether your Spartan meter was low and all the magic, like every fucking run felt just perfect, but differently perfect. Yeah. And I know that's a weird way of putting it, but
well, I mean that's
probably for that.
I mean that's roguelike games. That's how they all are. They all like every run should feel different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why this is honestly like the perfect DLC for God of War, which I didn't even know we needed. And the fact that it was free was fucking amazing.
I will say this. I thoroughly loved 2018 and Ragnarok. Just really great games. I think I like Valhalla even better than those two games. And those were fucking damn near perfect already. But Valhalla was... I can go back to Valhalla anytime I want to, and I feel like doing it right we're talking about.
Yeah, so, like for me too. Like I beat the brakes off of fucking... what's his name? What's the last guy?
Oh,
I haven't played in a while.
Yeah. Whoever I
forget who the last guy is, but yeah, I beat the brakes off that dude fucking probably 20 times. I remember like before beating him a single time.
The God of War from Norse mythology.
Yeah, what the fuck is his name?
Tyr.
Yeah.
Tyr?
I remember like the first time I beat Tyr was like so monumental. It was amazing, and I got to the point where I was just beating the brakes off that motherfucker like every goddamn run, and like just getting to that point. But it was still challenging, like getting to that point,
Well, I love the fact that Tyr was busting out different fucking weapons on your ass.
Because he's the God of War like you were. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, I don't know what to do with this weapon this Tyr is fucking using sometimes, Yeah. And this attack. Yeah, it was just, I love that game, man.
And the cherry on top about the game, sorry, old ninja, I know you probably haven't played it. But
no, not Valhalla.
You need to play, man. The cherry on top was the fact that they were giving you all this old lore from the old games and like adding on to the story, like continuing on past the last game and like going back and like getting all the old assets from like the original God of War games and talking about like when he was younger. Like, oh man, as like an older fucking gamer, that like meant a lot to me because like that was one of the biggest small complaints that I had about the latest God of War games, that they seem to have divorced themselves from the old God of War franchise, and the fact that they created this link to like this franchise that I loved when I was younger, because as a younger man, like it was so much fun to play. It was fucking grimy. Like you were like in the beginning of the game, you could like fuck some chicks for resources, like at the very beginning. Yeah.
Give you
And now as an older man, like I remember like Prodigy, I think you said this in the after playing like the first game, or even when it was announced, like you wanted that in the game. Like, are they going to have this? But like, I don't remember you saying anything about like that piece being missing.
From the 2018 version, once I started playing it, absolutely not, because I could tell the tone was completely different.
Yeah.
From the older, and I was fine with it because I was like, oh, okay, this is an older Kratos. Oh, okay, this is a Kratos with a fucking kid in a different land who's a foreigner and all those other implications of it. But for the first 4 or 5 God of War games on the PSP and PS3 and all of that, like all we knew was a Kratos who was fucking shit up, literally killing gods, relishing in the bloodshed and breaking vases all over the place.
Yeah, and breaking vaginas. I'm just saying. I mean, he does that. That's what he does. He busts.
He was doing it all, but it fucking fit. You know what I mean?
Oops.
But you're absolutely right about the bridge with Valhalla to the old games. I love that aspect because, Kratos is a Spartan, like to his core. He's not Norse. He was in, this Norse godland, and there were great gameplay with it, but he's always a Spartan. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Well, what? For me, as like an older gamer, I hate qualifying. I hate using a qualifying statement, but I'm getting older. I turned 45 in like 3 months.
Anyway, 2 months?
Yeah, 3 months. Yeah, 3 months. I feel like this is like the only gaming franchise so far that has grown up with me.
Yeah.
Like So when God of War first came out, it was in probably the early 2000s on the PS2, pretty sure. And I was I was 20, I was in my 20s, my early 20s. And seeing like, you know, the way that I felt, the way that, you know, I conducted myself as like a young man back then was very consistent with, well, not consistent because I was not breaking faces and fucking random chicks, but you know what I mean? Like I was very, what, say again?
Were you killing gods?
I mean, I was trying. But what I'm saying is like I was very immature in my thoughts back then. And now as I've aged, things have changed. I have kids now, and seeing that Kratos has done the same thing of like realizing that he's an older guy now, even though he's like way older than me. But he's got a surviving child now, and that he has responsibilities. Like seeing that, I think that people that are younger than me may not, I can't say they don't, but I'd say they may not understand the significance of that change of that character. But I think that most older gamers that especially if they have children, they appreciate that kind of way more.
Killmonger effect.
The Killmonger effect?
Yeah, from last week. Keeping it going.
Oh.
Yeah.
What I was going to say, just kind of piggybacking off that, I mean, obviously in the 90s to the early 2000s, you had a lot of different archetypes of like the typical protagonist for a video game franchise. You know what I mean? Like big tough guy killing a lot of things. And at the same time, even characters that haven't quote unquote evolved from an emotional or intellectual level, I can still appreciate them too. Like, Doom Guy is a perfect example. Yeah. Doom Guy ain't changed for shit, you know?
Yeah. He's got demons to kill.
He's got demons to kill.
It's all bad.
And I, you know, if I'm 19 years old or 44 years old, I'm still like, Doom Guy is still fucking awesome. You know what I mean?
Well, that's but you know what? Hold on, that game has changed a lot too. Even though it doesn't have like the, you know, the story changes and like the physical, you know. But I will say like, so I've played every single fucking Doom pretty much from like the jump. I started playing on goddamn DOS, and to see like the change from like the DOS days to like the latest two Dooms, this is a very similar story. Of like, there's now a cohesive story with the Doom Guy, even though he's still called the Doom Guy. But like when they made the change from like the latest Doom, not Doom Eternal, but like the first one that came out, that was like the change.
Yeah, Doom 18.
Actually, I would say Doom 3 was like the change.
Sort of.
So
but
if you play Doom 2 and then go to Doom 3, there's kind of a big leap there.
No, there's a big leap, but it's not as big of a leap from like Doom 3 to like the Doom in like 2018 or whenever the fuck it came out.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like, the fact that they did a thing. This is like one of my favorite things in video games, which no other game has like replicated successfully yet besides Doom. Is they made the soundtrack ramp up in such a way that it made me fucking hyped when I'm playing a game. Like if you've never played the latest two Doom games, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But literally, when you hit an arena, the music fucking changes, and it makes you want to go hard as fuck. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You're gonna you're gonna literally sit forward and fucking get that controller deeper in your hand and start killing goddamn demons every single time. And I have to give a shout out to Mick Gordon, who did both of the soundtracks. He got fucking robbed on the Doom Eternal soundtrack. We still don't have the Doom Eternal soundtrack out today because of some bullshit dispute. We still need it, but he did all the music for those fucking two games, and all of the music is fucking fantastic.
So I'm gonna kind of grab the wheel a little bit. I'm gonna keep it on course a bit, but we're gonna take a little, not a rest stop, but just like an alternate route. We're talking about games that had, well, at least character growth, as well as gameplay growth. I'm gonna bring up a game that you two been double fisting, fucking Kratos and God of War, the recent God of Wars. But there's a game that needs to be talked about because it was nominated for game, or at least best action game of the year. And I keep bringing this up to Cronus. He's all talking about Hades. Why haven't you played it? Why haven't you fucking played Jedi Survivor? Because that's literally on the same path that everything you've been talking about character growth, gameplay growth, just like expansions, just the way the game is played, story-wise, like all that shit is there in fucking Jedi Survivor. And like, if you have an Xbox, which I know Cronus does, I know Prodigy does. I don't know if it's on PSN.
Is it? Hold on, it's on. It's free on
Game
Xbox.
Pass.
Oh, okay.
It's on Game Pass. It started Game Pass literally like May 4th or something. I think May 4th. Like, yeah, Star Wars Day.
So I'm glad you told me that. Star Wars Day.
It's been on Game Pass for like a couple weeks, and it's been a huge draw for people that didn't buy it. It was nominated for Best Action Game of the Year, rightfully so, because it has like remnants of God of War. Like, you can feel like they took as much as they can without getting sued type fucking shit from the game. I'm like, dude, this is a lot like God of War, but then it's still Star Wars. It's like they took certain things that worked very well from God of War 2018 and put it in a Star Wars game. I didn't think that they could improve on Fallen Order, but sure enough, fucking Jedi Survivor deserved to be up there, and along with Hogwarts Legacy, to be best like action game of the year. Even though Star Wars was nominated, but Hogwarts was not. Hogwarts didn't get shit last year. Like almost nothing.
Yeah,
actually, I think literally nothing.
We talked about it. A couple of things though with Jedi Survivor. One, I didn't beat the first one yet, so that's my bad.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, I have it. I need to beat it. So
yeah. Okay.
I'll make that. I'll try to make it a priority. Two, I will give you a slight excuse. Right now, I've had like a lot of like mental health issues recently, and gaming is like one of my sort of escapes. But I've noticed that with that, I'm having a problem, like playing like a deep game right now.
Story.
Yeah. So like when you give me something like that I can do in like small chunks, like it's perfect for me right now. It's perfect. So like when Hades 2 dropped, I can play it in chunks and it's fucking perfect. Ragnarok Valhalla dropped, chunks, perfect. But I need to get back to a level where I can play like longer games. But also thank you for like saying, because I didn't know that it was on Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah, literally it's been there for like 10 days.
Yes,
so.
But my Xbox Series X is still literally in the fucking box. I know exactly where it is. It's in my living room on top of a fucking bookshelf. But I need to unpack it and like, download shit. Because I do want to play it, but I want to beat the first one first. I need to get into a place to where I can actually play cohesive stories again and enjoy the games.
So
it's on the list.
If you want to get into kind of that headspace of like playing in chunks or like just doing, because I know the way you play, you're gonna have to lower the difficulty to like normal.
No, what are you talking about? Playing on hard.
No, play it on normal. That way you'll be able to finish it, and you won't be able to. It won't be like as mentally taxing. You'll be able to enjoy the game and get the story and still have fun.
No,
then you can go to Jedi Survivor and play on hard.
It's not the difficulty.
Or Jedi Master.
The difficulty is not the problem for me. It's the being able to like play it in chunks. Hades is fucking hard. Like Hades 2 is very hard too. Like I still haven't beat it.
I didn't know.
Yeah, they're very hard games. So, but it's not the difficulty. It's like literally being able to like. I need to be able to like put it down and be okay to like put it down within like a 30-minute time frame. So
because that is harder to do with Fallen Order.
Yeah,
in Jedi Survivor you can do that. Like you can literally like go to a space and like just kind of chill, because they have like a little like in Ragnarok where you can go where the brothers are. You can kind of like hang out and do stuff there. They have that in Survivor, where you can literally go and literally play like this, like the game that they play in Star Wars, the like chess game. Fuck, I can't think of the name.
Yeah, but
it's like chess, but you can sit there and shit. And that's a little break place.
It's a break place, but you don't. So in rogueslike games, you played none of them?
I've not played any of the rogueslike games. Yeah.
So in rogueslike games, the vast majority of them, like it's like literally like it's like a section to a section. And each section is like, it could be like 5 minutes fucking long, like literally, maybe less. You might be able to beat a section in 30 seconds.
Oh, no shit.
But there's multiple sections. All right, in a run. So when you have a run, there's probably I would say anywhere between 8 and 32 sections. 32 is probably kind of long, probably 8 to 16 sections before you get to a boss. And so when I'm playing a rogueslike game, I can play 2-3 sections and then put it down. And I'm done with it for now. So or I can play until I hit the mini boss, which might take me 5 to 10, maybe 15 minutes to get to the mini boss.
Okay, now I understand now.
Yeah.
Now, you can't do that. You can't do either of those games, not like that. But you can do, at least in the second one, you can do more of a free roam kind of, but it's not like what you described. Not like that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Play. I would highly recommend playing Hades or especially God of War, Ragnarök Valhalla. Jesus Christ, so many goddamn words. But yeah, any kind of rogueslike game, I would recommend to anybody because you could play it either for a couple of minutes or you can play it for the whole fucking day. Just try and get that perfect run.
Yep. And when it hits, it fucking hits. Like I said, I didn't like any. I still will, right now, say that I don't like any of them, but I love Valhalla. But we'll fucking see.
We'll get you there.
But I mean, I'm gonna try dipping my toe into Hades one more time. But I'll even give. I have the first Jedi. What's Fallen Order?
Fallen Order. Yeah.
I probably played that one for about 5 to 10 hours, but I need to get back to it. I definitely didn't.
Yeah, it gets some of the boss battles are pretty fucking tough because it plays the first one plays a lot like fucking Souls, the Souls games, where if you die, you're going all the way back to your last save. Whatever you didn't save or whatever you did in between is gone, and you got to go find the guy that took your XP and power ups and all that. You got to kill them to get back to where kind of you were. So it's it used to piss me off, but I was able to get it. I was able to pull it off.
Oh, Blue's in the building.
What up,
or
Blue?
Virtual.
Oh shit!
She's on the internet.
Same difference.
Can you hear us? Blue, can you hear us?
Yeah, I was sorry. I'm a little late. I was running away from BBL Drake.
That was his Jersey
girl.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
That song still slaps.
Prodigy can't see the chat, so someone's saying you need to get a laptop or a computer instead of doing the podcast on your phone.
Oh wow.
Oh, is that in the Twitch?
That's on the YouTube chat. This is Prodigy get a computer.
Maybe I will.
I missed that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's from Layla Drake in the chat.
Gotcha.
So.
That's somebody you know, right?
There's someone we know. Yes, he knows her too.
I don't know. Okay.
He knows her.
That's
why she's able to. Yeah. Oh yeah, you do. Her nickname is what do we call her? MVP. That's usually what we call her. But yeah, she's usually our clan's MVP for Destiny. So.
Oh, Destiny. Oh, I know who you're talking about. What's up?
Yeah.
When you said the clan, I was like, wait, what?
Oh yeah, no, not that. But yeah, she's usually our MVP when we play group games or games where we can have six players. She's usually like one of our MVPs, even though she doesn't say that she's an MVP.
Hey, real quick, Old Ninja, did they ever add anything to zombies? Because I think that's what got me.
They've added it. So I think the last time you played, they've added 2 new Dark Ether areas and new schematics and obviously new weapons, obviously. But certain weapons will behave differently in zombies than in multiplayer, especially if you pack-a-punch them. For instance, there's marksman weapons. They shoot single semi-auto in multiplayer. If you put a pack-a-punch on, they're fully auto. I was like, what the fuck is this? This fucking semi-sniper is shooting fucking fully auto, with the magazine of 100 rounds.
Yeah, they did that with a few pistols back in the day, but you were supposed to keep me up to date with any zombie.
I did, and you chose you kind of you've been in and out of stuff because you just Stitch has been more. Well, we haven't really played, but he's been more up on the gaming stuff. You haven't talked about nothing. I try to pull you in on stuff. I tried to pull you back into Destiny because they gave free stuff. But they gave us a horde mode because I'm a whore for horde mode.
Wait, there's a whore mode in this? What the
yeah.
fuck?
Oh yeah. Bunch of whores. You just shoot them
Yeah.
down and you spray them. You spray them all down. That's all you do. It's great.
God of War
And then
style. Got to break them vases, bust them nuts.
So yes, there's modes in Destiny where you have to break the faces and you have to like pick them up to get extra lives. What do you know? But yeah, so you've been just MIA. They literally
Them
dropped
lives
a
as
new
children
one.
because you busted. I'm just saying.
Millions of them destroyed. Anyway, so last week they updated and we went in. I literally got everything. I don't want to say it has like this mystery boss in it, so we haven't figured out how to kill it yet. So it's it's been kind of weird. There's also like the elder version, which is the harder version of it. It's basically just like a little harder, but then you get less time inside, so you got to really fucking hustle. So we've had a little bit of struggling. So there's sometimes we had to like give up on certain missions just because we're running out of time, and the gas will definitely kill you. Like you have less than 10 seconds or you're dead.
You had me at new zombie content. God damn it.
There's been a few of it. We've been running it. We ran it last week. We've been helping other people get it. So you need to get on the train and get all this new shit. So
I'm not running any trains with you. No, man.
You went to school in Atlanta. You should know. You went to Freaknik. You should already know.
Man, you're not supposed to say that out loud. They might have me on that documentary, man.
Yeah, they probably got. I'm pretty sure they got
yeah.
both of us on there. I knew that's why I don't watch it. So I'm pretty sure we're both on there.
Jesus Christ.
Both of us.
Blue, goddammit, what you been up to, man?
Well, I got my gaming laptop fixed.
No.
Oh shit.
There we go.
Yeah,
All right.
it needed a new motherboard, and I decided to spend a little cash to get the board fixed versus buying a whole new computer. It was only like $400 to get a new motherboard.
What kind of laptop what laptop do you have? What are you using?
I have a Tiger.
Okay,
I got
just
the
like
one
me.
from what's the name? Yeah. So they were able to find like a knockoff basically motherboard to use on here.
Well, it's
not the
because
same brand that came with the laptop.
was it a Clio?
Well, no, it's like a piece. It's like PC Solution.
Okay, yeah, that's like
motherboard.
So like Sager laptops or notebooks, whatever. They have like a common motherboard and like common parts with some stuff. So
yeah,
you get a little lucky.
Yeah, I did. It was. I mean, $400 and plus like $100 for the installed and stuff isn't too bad. But I got my laptop back. I'm happy about it.
Compared to. I know how much you bought your laptop for, so that's a fucking fucking deal.
Yeah, I think I spent like almost $2,000.
I bought my laptop.
I spent
$500.
I spent $3,300 on the laptop that I'm using right now, and it's getting up there in years. Like if you listen to the podcast, I've had this since right around the podcast.
8 years or something.
Yeah, it's been a while. So I've been thinking about like upgrading, but it costs like. The next one I want to get is going to be around $3,000. So yeah,
that's all bad.
Yeah,
I was pricing some laptops and they were like $22,000. If I got something that was like not top end, but more like kind of in the mid, kind of lower on the specs, it was like $2,000, $2,500. I was like, I'm just gonna pay a little extra money to get my.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I've got requirements, and they're unfortunately I have expensive tastes.
Yeah.
So. I bought mine with an i7, and like what I paid is like literally like $1,500 less than what people pay for an i5. I was like, what the fuck? How does that work?
Well, the thing with like the laptop that I have that's kind of different from like probably everybody's laptop is that my GPU when I bought it, it's not a laptop GPU.
Yeah,
it's a desktop GPU. So
I downgraded to like the most basic GPU for my shit because I didn't plan on gaming on it. So
well, I mean,
I don't need some crazy NVIDIA GPU in my shit. I just need it to work.
Well, back when I bought it, I wanted to do VR, and obviously it does. It's
yeah.
It weighs like 5,000 pounds, and it doesn't really have battery life.
Oh, okay, yeah, mine doesn't either. Not anymore. So
with my laptop, I used to take it to people's houses and like give basic VR demos.
Yeah, the same thing.
And go to people's houses and stuff like that. But I don't know. This laptop has been, I don't know, I've had it for a while, and like I do like video editing and like all this other different stuff. So I was like, I'll just spend a couple of dollars and get it fixed. So, but it's up and working. Everything's working fine so far. I just got it back today. Like it's literally been it's been well because I took it in once because the power outlet wasn't working. For some reason it was like super loose. So a lot of times when I was on a podcast, all of a sudden I just drop off. It's because like the plug came out, like it unplugged from it. So I got that fixed. And when they replaced that, they're like, "Well, we noticed there's a hairline crack in your motherboard. Like, we can't guarantee the work or whatever." So I went to go plug it in one time, and it was working, and it just started making like a snap, crackling, pop sound, and it totally turned off.
God.
So I was like, "Oh, damn, the motherboard is probably completely fried."
How the fuck did you get a crack in your motherboard?
I have a toddler.
Did you drop?
That's what I can say. And they said they found water in it too. And I was like, how did water get in it?
Yeah, I retract my question. I totally forgot. Because I thought you kept your laptop like in like your shoulder like backpack thing or your backpack. I've seen your laptop backpack, so I thought you kept it in there when you were done. Because that's what we used to do. So.
Well, yeah, I'll be on the couch with it. And,
okay.
Like, I'll leave it on the couch, and my kid will come run in and just start jumping and bouncing around on the couch. He also broke my my Mac notebook too. That one needed a new screen, so I got that replaced, that fixed as well.
I get it now.
Which wasn't that bad either, but
still, I get So I want to say I retract my question now. Now I get it. So it is what it is.
But yeah, I remember when I got this laptop, it came with a copy of Lara Croft, it came with Tomb Raider. And
which one?
I can't remember which one it was. Let me see. I haven't played it in so long after I passed it, but they also released it again in VR. I never got around to playing it again. I don't remember which one it is. They're like, I don't even know if it's still installed.
Probably one of the last trilogy ones, you know.
Well, she was young in it, so it wasn't like older Tomb Raider. It was young Lara Croft.
Oh, so like the new one,
like in her 20s.
Yeah, it's the new one. That's the 2012.
Oh, it was Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Oh, that's the second one.
Yeah,
that one's a good one too.
Good game.
Yeah, those are fun.
I gotta play it in VR.
All three.
Now I got my laptop back. I'm gonna try to play something in VR.
Yeah, there's one that's kind of there's like a it's not a. We talked about this years ago, but it's like one where it's like it's a sacrificial room where they used to do human sacrifices, and it looks like a fucking hellish torture room. It's kind of freaky, even on the console. But you have to solve a puzzle to get out. It's pretty fucked up. But I can't imagine that in VR. It's probably freaky as fuck.
Absolutely. Are we gonna talk about Black Samurais, or are we just gonna leave Black Samurai?
Yeah. I mean, you brought it up. Let's go in let's go in.
All right.
I think we have to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another important reason why I got my laptop fixed is I got a lot of passwords in here, and I don't remember the passwords.
Damn.
Passwords to the research only folders.
Yeah.
Bro, so I'm gonna say this as an older person, older tech kind of person and gamer, you may have to invest in like a little black book where you have to write your fucking passwords in for each site or fucking portal you have, just in case what happened to you happened.
Yeah.
Oh, Ninja, you should never write a password down. What are you talking about? This is IT 101.
Oh, you should. Well, you should. Who's gonna get their hands on their book? Everyone tries to do shit digitally.
Oh, Ninja,
you know what you gotta.
Oh, Ninja, do you work in IT?
Probably safer. It's probably safer in a. No, I don't work in
Oh, this is the reason why.
Yeah, it's probably safer. It's safer. Safer than keeping your passwords in like a Google Docs or a text document on your fucking.
Is it though?
Desktop.
Is it though?
Yeah.
You know what you should do is if you write it down, you have to have this decipher, like a decoder ring.
You can have a cipher. That's true. That actually could work. You could cipher. You can literally do an old cipher code, so someone would have to sit and try to break your code just to get your password.
Or you could just do two-factor authentication. There's plenty of other solutions. Anyway, Prodigy, please go. This is ridiculous.
Let's get it to these ninjas.
Damn.
I love talking about archaic methods.
Yeah,
anyway,
Why don't you just fucking send a crow with a message? Anyway, Prodigy, go ahead.
It's a parakeet. How dare you?
Ubisoft, goddammit. One of their biggest franchises is Assassin's Creed. We all know about it. They've made shitty movies. They've made some great games. They've made some really shitty games. They've made a lot of games. The franchise has been running nearly annually. They've taken a few years off since PS3 era, maybe 2010, 09, 07, whatever the fuck year it was. But we know what it is. It's stabby, sneak up behind, level up your character RPG, sometimes open world. This time, they are going in the direction of feudal Japan, I believe. And they are having a black character, Yasuke. I believe.
Yasuke?
I know everybody
different. It's probably.
I'm going to because I don't say arigato like we say arigato. But in any event, some people are obviously clearly upset and mad. Obviously, this was a historical figure, a African man who came to Japan and became a samurai. They don't like. Some people don't like that. These are very, blatantly racist people. The one thing before I, just kind of open it up to everybody, I played the very first Neo game. I put this in the chat too.
Yeah.
Someone on Twitter mentioned it. Nobody had a problem with Neo whatsoever. Obviously, you're I think a white Scottish man in feudal Japan, and you start killing Japanese demons and ninjas and all that other stuff. No issues with it whatsoever. On some Last Samurai Tom Cruise shit, no problem. But Ubisoft uses a historical black figure in feudal Japan, and racists have lost their mind. What do you guys think?
Go ahead.
I don't even know where to start. It's just mind-boggling. So I saw it's been rumored about for the last 2 weeks, roughly, that the trailer is going to come out like today or sometime this week. And when I saw the Cronus had posted a trailer to the rest of us, and he literally said racists are going to lose their mind. As soon as he says this, I literally opened up the app formerly known as Twitter, and sure enough, there's like
hold on. I have to clarify every single time. It's still Twitter. If you go to twitter.com, it takes you to Twitter.
So when I go to twitter.com, it takes me to x.com.
It's still Twitter though.
Whatever.
You know what's funny?
Still.
If it wasn't Twitter, if it wasn't twitter.com, it wouldn't take me fucking anywhere.
Hey, when I go to x.com, I go to some wonderful porn sites. I don't know about y'all.
You hold on. You put in NXX after that X, so don't be lying.
I be putting in all the X's that I need to get to all that booty shaking.
If I put an X, it better give it to me. That's all I gotta say.
But also, I need to do a preamble. I did my little bullshit about Twitter being still Twitter, but also I will give credence to what Orange is probably about to say about it's not really Twitter now. It's the blue check marks are a different thing now. They are identifiers for fucking clowns on Twitter, because the person that bought Twitter is a fucking clown, and he destroyed their whole fucking brand, and he had people be able to pay for blue check marks that are, most of them are self-identifying pieces of shit.
Yep.
Go ahead, old ninja.
So that being said, when I open this app that is X Twitter X, the first thing on there was like it was a I guess he's a YouTuber or something, but this dude has he has a lot of followers. I think he has almost 1 million followers or something, and he's starting to go off about how, we wanted an Assassin's Creed in feudal Japan, and we get this one that does not have a Japanese protagonist. And
but
I'm just
they
like,
do.
But so as I'm looking literally at the screen of or a screenshot of the cover of the game has two people. So you are a co-protagonist. So you play as Yasuke, as well as a another young woman who I believe her name is spelled Nao, I think. Noe, something like that. But you play as both of them, and so people are just like going off and agreeing with this man that the DEI agenda has won, and I won't be buying this. This could have been so great, and they messed this up, and I can't believe they used this. And the one thing that kept popping up when they referred to Yasuke is that he was a retainer and that he was only there for like a short period of time. Most people were saying he was only there for a few days, which is incorrect. He was not there for a few days. And I'm just like, wait, I'm thinking to myself, if Yasuke, because apparently that was the name he was given to by the warlord that he was under his tutelage, I'll say, why would you give a retainer the rank of samurai?
Well, you know what's funny? Like what I've been seeing now is like people are like trying to super nitpick. Oh, he was like a certain level of samurai. It's okay. Mm-hmm. If he was a samurai, he's a fucking samurai. All right. It's like it doesn't matter what level he was. Like if he gained the rank of samurai, it's like, all right, listen. Everybody listen to this podcast that knows me, y'all know that I'm a U.S. Marine. All right. I was not infantry though. Like I wasn't infantry. I'm a communications guy. I'm still a fucking U.S. Marine. I went through the same goddamn boot camp as every single other infantry person did. The only place where we like started to diverge is that infantry people, they went to school infantry, and I went to Marine combat training. So, and obviously our paths diverged from there. But I'm still a U.S. Marine. No single infantryman would ever say that I am not a U.S. Marine. They might say that I'm not an infantryman, which is, yeah, that's true. I wasn't in infantry. That's fine. But you cannot take away my title as U.S. Marine because I did all the shit I needed to do to be a Marine. And so for all these stupid motherfuckers that want to say, oh, he's only a certain level of... Motherfucker, are you a samurai?
Yeah.
No. So, and people that say like he's not, stop saying he's legendary or historic. It's like, if you don't realize how big of a fucking thing it is for an African person to be in Japan at that time and gain any sort of notoriety is incredible.
Sorry, before you, I'm gonna let you finish. But before you start, I want to have an addendum about what I was talking about on the cover of the game about the two co-protagonists. B-Boy Frost brings up another good point that these people were mad about, is that the fact that even though you are two co-protagonists, one of them being a woman, therefore apparently it does not count.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, well, sorry, go ahead. I'll save it. Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. I just really, I know we all feel passionate about this, so this is a good topic. Really quickly, too, I want to highlight the fact that Yasuke, real person, Assassin's Creed, historically, with that franchise, has had a whole bunch of fake protagonists. Like, just made-up characters. Ezio wasn't fucking real. Like, you know what I mean?
What?
Yeah. Like the one in Origins, the one in Odyssey, Cassandra, they weren't real. Like this is all. There's an Aminus, and there's sometimes weird AI gods in these games. It's semi-historical sometimes, but oftentimes just made up video.
So hold on. Usually the historical stuff is about the other characters. Not the main character.
Yeah, like when Leonardo da Vinci shows up, or you know what I mean. That all of that's fine. Or you have like a pharaoh or a Caesar or whatever. The fact that some stuff is historical in the settings and the characters, as Kronos mentioned, but oftentimes the protagonist, almost all the time, the protagonist is just a made-up character that you're using to do some RPG stuff.
Well,
but they don't like this character. The real deal is they just don't like a black male character. That's it. That's what the fuck this is. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What's weird is that there's been other black characters in Assassin's Creed games. Actually, one of my favorite things to play was, I think it was Freedom Cry. Is that the one? It was. I think it was a DLC, wasn't it?
Yeah, the one with the Haitian, right?
Yeah, that shit was fucking dope. And also when it comes to like the people are really focusing on Yasuke, and not the other character, which is kind of weird. Because
she's a woman.
Well, no, I honestly no, I don't think they don't even they're so enraged about a black person being in Japan that they don't even like realize that it's about two different fucking people. All right. And yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with her being a woman. It could be. I could be wrong, because I know there's like a lot of sexism in the world. But they're not seeing beyond the fact that there's a black person that could have possibly existed in Japan at the time, even though other folks from other countries and ethnicities were in Japan around the same time. And also, this is a real fucking person that was really actually fucking there. But you can choose in the game, I'm pretty sure, to play as just her if you want to, as a Japanese like ninja. Which is cool.
Is she based off a real person?
I have no idea.
I doubt it, but you never know. They both could be.
Well, hold on, real quick. Hold on, sorry. I have to wrap up what I was going to say. This is not new to Assassin's Creed. Like the fact that there are two protagonists. All right. People might have forgot about there was an Assassin's Creed game called, I think it was Unity. No, was it Unity?
Are you thinking about Liberation? Just about
no, it wasn't Liberation. It was Syndicate.
Yep.
Syndicate was based upon twins that you could change in between the two. It was Jacob and Evie Fry, which I have the game. I mean, I have a whole bunch of Assassin's Creed games. And you switch between the two. And you played through historical London, and this wasn't a big deal back then. Like there was no huge outcry about these things. Like if you don't like playing as a black dude, then play as the fucking Japanese woman. You know what I mean? If you don't like playing as a Japanese woman, then play as the fucking the black samurai. You have choices here. I honestly, so when it was originally announced that as a rumor that Ubisoft was going to have Yasuke as the main protagonist in Assassin's Creed, there was a huge backlash. And I think that Ubisoft put in this other Japanese woman as a character as part of that backlash to try to pacify these fucking idiots. And the fact that they did that, I could be wrong though. The fact that they did that and they're still complaining, you're a bunch of bitches. Like, just fucking stop. You can play as a historical whatever the fuck you want to in the game. You got what you wanted. Just do that.
Apparently they didn't get what they wanted, because there are those that are mad about both. Like there's no male center figure, therefore
there is a male center.
No white male or ethnic correct or whatever they want, whatever fucking adjectives they add on there. Basically, it's not a dude that's non-black. That's where most of the ire comes from, because they expected it to be something like Ghost of Tsushima. It's like, you know what? Go play Ghost of Tsushima. That's an excellent game. Or go play, what's the new one? Rise of the Ronin. Go play that. But this involves an actual person that was actually granted the title, and even though I will admit that during that time, a lot of information is kind of missing or was destroyed because it was literally during a war. It was literally during a civil war. So a lot of shit that happened is kind of pieced together by scholars who study this a lot longer than all of a sudden Twitter X doctorates that seem to know Japanese history all of a sudden. It's a game. Like the setting's going to be set somewhere real, but the story's going to be fake. there's probably going to be like some fucking otherworldly creatures and shit. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't know. My thing is, if this game doesn't play like Afro Samurai, then count me out.
Hold on, Afro Samurai.
I need to get the number one headband. That's all I need to do.
Yeah, that game. I didn't really care for the game. Apparently, the game wasn't all that.
Did they make a game for it?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, it's on the 360 and the PlayStation 3. Apparently, it was not. Apparently, it's not that good.
The other thing I'll say though, really quickly too. I mean, if you look at the franchise for Assassin's Creed, you got easily 20 plus games, easily, like counting all DLCs and spin-offs and all that other shit. Out of those, probably 16, 17 have a European male protagonist.
Yep.
Pretty conservatively. You could go back to Ragnarok, and play the fuck out of that if you really want to. Part of the fun of this franchise is going around the world in different time periods and doing some stealthy fucking stabby fun shit, in ancient world. They've been in ancient Turkey. They've been in ancient Greece. They've been in ancient Egypt. They've been in London. They've been in the New World as a Native American character. I mean, they've been all over Haiti.
They've been in Louisiana as a Creole French slave girl.
Yeah, it's different experiences throughout world history with a global approach to protagonists. That's what this franchise fucking is, and they always semi-connect it back to this shadowy group of fucking assassins or whatever that's existed throughout time and space and aliens and all that other bullshit. But I hope the game is great. I hope the franchise has a return to form with some really good reviews and solidness. But, if you really don't like a game, to me, they're no worse. The people who are complaining about this are no worse or no better than the fucking assholes who complain about Stellar Blade or whatever and, the jiggly physics and whatnot. Play the game, enjoy it, or shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I must admit here on the podcast that I've never played a Assassin's Creed game from start to finish. I've literally played maybe 30 seconds of the original Assassin's Creed. I actually own the first Assassin's Creed, and I've never played it. And so this one, I really wanted Black Flag, and it was so popular that it sold out, and I never fucking bought it. And then they delisted it. It used to be sold online at the time that the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 came out. And I never bought it then, and it went off the store.
Bro, hold on. I got to see if I have it.
Now it's back. What's up? No, now it's back. Now it's back on digital. They have like their Ubisoft fucking store, so now you can buy Black Flag and all this other shit.
Do you have a PS4?
I do have a PS4.
I can send you my Black Flag. I literally just looked. I have it. It's up there.
It's fine. I can get it.
It's not just fine, goddammit. It's like it's the best one.
So, what I'm probably gonna do, I'm probably just gonna get this one. Like, I'll support this because I do like the character. The person, Yasuke, because of what was going on. Because what we have is limited information, but we still, based on that, from literally almost 500 years ago, his name is still being said to this day, and what he represents is still basically become legendary, whether he did anything or not. The fact that he was a samurai, whether he raised his sword or not, still historic. And the thing is, what I found actually kind of, I don't want to say funny or ironic, but IGN posted today, after the release of the trailer, a huge page on who is Yasuke with backings of doctorates and people who actually study human world history and what they're able to piece together from actual facts, artifacts, and whatever was transcribed with pictures of what is transcribed, pictures of him that were drawn at the time. It's a little, they put it pretty, it's not a case study, but they put it more in layman's terms, but they talk about the character and not why he was picked, but why he's a good pick for the game and his history. And I have the link here. I think we can add it to our description. in the cast, so you can read it too.
So, Ninja, that's very poignant.
Mm.
You're gonna get the new one. Gotcha. Definitely play it.
Yeah, I plan on getting a new one. That way, I can say I beat Assassin's Creed. I was the same way with also Rockstar games. I never finished.
Wait, hold on. Stop for a second. Just hold on, Ninja. I gotta stop you for a second.
Go ahead.
Yeah, definitely get the new one. But Assassin's Creed Black Flag was fucking amazing. I will tell you what's not going to be in the new Assassin's Creed Shadows game. You are not going to be a fucking pirate. All right? And so Black Flag, you being a goddamn pirate and literally like going around singing goddamn sea shanties and fucking shit up, and then getting the DLC where you get to play as a black dude liberating literal fucking slaves is amazing. It's the best goddamn Assassin's Creed game to date, hands down. Fight me, you're gonna fucking lose unless you're a professional fighter. Then I'll fucking lose. But you're probably not. Listen to this podcast. I'm just saying.
I got to ask you though. You played Origins? Did you?
Yes, it's better than that.
You think so? Black Flag's better than Origins? I heard Origins was.
Yes.
I personally slightly still prefer Origins, and the reason for that, though, even though obviously I love pirate shit, but Origins did have pirate shit too. But I love the setting of Egypt and the Nile, and it was the earliest, like, timeline-wise Assassin's Creed. So it tried to go back and retroactively set up stuff and fill in certain gaps with that history, and then climbing fucking pyramids.
Yeah, and there's a lot of good shit about it, but like I feel like the pirate shit in Black Flag, because it seemed like the world was way bigger, and like getting into those crazy pirate battles like across like the whole region, and goddamn, I fucking love that game.
They're great.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong. They're both excellent fucking games. And I'll even say this too: Odyssey is no fucking slouch either.
No,
Odyssey,
it's not.
Odyssey is the Wonder Woman game we never fucking got, because you could play as Cassandra.
Another duel. Yeah.
I
did a weird hand gesture there. Sorry, that was might have been sexual. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you were fingering somebody.
That's where you go. Hey, if you know the ladies,
I didn't see it.
Things happen there.
But you could play as Cassandra, this Greek badass fucking Spartan warrior lady who, or you could play as a guy, but nobody plays as a guy. Nobody wanted to play as that guy, even though they put him in there. Everyone played as Cassandra because she just had this Wonder Woman Diana fucking energy, and all the Greek gods and monsters and like Cyclopses and all the like. There was an aspect of Kratos as a woman in a like Greek god world in that game as well. Like those three games, Black Flag, Origins, Odyssey, chef's kiss.
Yeah. I think I had a question. I'm trying to read the chat here. Okay, yeah. So B-Boy agrees that Black Flag's better than Origin. So in Black Flag, are you able to create your character, or you play as somebody?
You play as a character. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And he's dope.
Okay. Right on.
No, there's no doubt. There's no doubt.
I just remember. Games. So I don't know if y'all remember, like when the new, well, I guess the generation after the PS3 and the 360, there wasn't a whole. There was like a release of a bunch of games, but it was kind of limited. There's like maybe 10 games per console, and like Black Flag was one of them. But it was like selling out, like everywhere. Like it was so popular. I was like, oh, I'll get to it later, and then later it came and like it was gone.
Well,
like literally gone.
I will be 100% honest. Is that I never played an Assassin's Creed game until Black Flag, because I was like I wasn't really into it, and then like Black Flag like blew up. So I actually bought it for like the PS4, maybe the PS3. But yeah, okay, you dropped something there. But yeah, and I was like this shit is fucking amazing. And I've been on the Assassin's Creed like journey for a while, but I will say that Black Flag is probably the only Assassin's Creed game that I played exclusively to beat. Because like,
oh wow, okay.
Yeah, like I made it a point to like play the entire game without pausing. I mean, not like without sleeping or anything like that, but like I didn't play games in between playing Black Flag. I do that with a lot of games now. Well, I'll play a game in between. So yeah, that was my shit. But that was a long time ago. Like that shit was like, when the fuck when that shit come out? This is back when I was happy.
2013.
Yeah,
that was like after the world was supposed to end.
This is back when I was throwing dope parties, and I believe I was in Union City.
Yeah, you were.
Really?
Because I think Cronus, not Cronus, Prodigy was still living in Newark at the time.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think so. I remember in 2012 is when we were at your house. That's when the rapture was supposed to happen.
I lived down the street. I lived down the street from where Prodigy used to live. I lived like literally off the same street. That's hilarious.
Those are great times.
Yeah,
such great times.
I think it looks like Black Flag. Oh, what the hell? So there's a legendary collection which includes Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Syndicate, Origins, Rogue Remastered, Black Flag, and Unity for $40.
Whoa, yeah, those are that's a lot of fucking.
You could spend hours on that shit.
Like hundreds of hours.
Yeah, that's crazy. So I was reading. I guess you can play as what's her name? Adveline, the character from Liberations in Black Flag. She's DLC. Oh, this is co-op? Online co-op for 2 to 4 players? What the fuck?
Yeah, get that level.
Did any of you play Black Flag? The co-op? Oh no, I'm looking at. Yeah, this is Black Flag. The fuck? This is Black Flag has 2 to 4, 2 to 8
I didn't go online at all with that.
And 2 to 4 co-op. What the fuck? Wow. Oh, this looks amazing. These screenshots looks fucking insane. There's a fucking whale.
How many of the Assassin's Creed movies were there? Was there 2 or just 1?
One that I know of, the one with Fassbender. Did I watch that? I don't think I watched it. What the fuck? Oh,
you didn't miss nothing.
So to help, Prodigy, just to let you know, your the movie you've been wanting to see, Madam Web, came out on Netflix yesterday. Just FYI.
Sir.
That shit.
I'm only gonna watch it because the sweetie's in there.
He's about to get Grape Leaf angry.
Oh damn.
Oh, that's old school. Go back.
Yeah, that's a huge throwback.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, with like late night, RNH, insomnia, or whatever, I can watch some bullshit on Netflix that I know is complete bullshit. Like, if it's 2 in the fucking morning, I will put on Morbius. Fuck it. I will put on Madam Web. Fuck it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, Morbius is on Netflix too. What do you know? Oh shit. Yeah. King Kong Cross Godzilla. Oh, it's digital, but it's not streaming yet. It'll be on Max like soon. There you go.
I remember I watched multiple episodes of that really shitty, I think it was 2022 Resident Evil series, just because it was like 1 in the morning.
Hold on. Why are you lying? You know you finished it. I know you finished it.
I know. I'm saying I finished it more than once. That's how. How down bad I was.
Oh my god.
Hold on. Look into the camera. I'm gonna look into the camera, and I'm just telling y'all right now. If you work at Netflix, listen to your boy Prodigy for one quick second. What you need to do, just for me, is add interspecies reviewers. Just do it. Don't tell nobody. Do it late night. Add it on there, and I'll be happy.
I thought it was on there, or was it on Hulu?
No. Well,
it's Crunchyroll. I'm tripping. It's Crunchyroll.
Let me start looking on. I got the Blu-ray, but I'll look on.
Hulu again. Hulu had My Monster Girlfriend or something like that, where the guy was living with a bunch of chicks who were monsters, but they were all girls, and they just all wanted him. Like there's like one of the girls was like a giant snake.
Yes, that's a good one. That's a really fun one.
What was that one called?
Oh, Prodigy. Also, you are what the fuck? No fucking way. Anyway, there's a DLC for the game you kept jerking off to coming soon. Elden Ring.
Oh yeah.
DLC out.
Yeah, that's supposed to drop in June. Shadow of the Erd Tree. I think part of my gaming kind of slump has been maybe I'm just emotionally ready for that, because that's gonna take over the whole fucking summer for me. But
you'll finish it before.
Yeah, but we'll see.
Oh, So what I didn't know, since this is super gaming heavy, this whole fucking thing. But did y'all know that Multiverses was like taken down and is now coming back?
Yes.
Yeah, I did know.
Yeah, I didn't know they stopped doing it, but I guess it's back with new characters.
I only knew it because my son is crazy into that franchise. Like, he doesn't love Tekken or fucking Street Fighter or anything like that. But Multiverses, he goes fucking crazy for. And so when they took it down and took the servers off, he was fucking pissed and looking on Reddit and all this other stuff. And then when it came back, he was ecstatic about that shit. He doesn't even get all the Warner Brothers like references and characters. I'm like, do you know who they're talking about with Arya Stark? He's like, no, but you know,
He's like, I'm gonna fuck. I'm playing. Holy shit, this is fucking. So it looks like you might be able to get this is like a lot of Ubisoft games if you join Ubisoft Plus.
yes.
I don't know if you have to pay for this or if this comes with my subscription. I'm looking now while we're live on the cast.
You know,
PS
it's
Plus
kind
had
of
a
weird,
whole
but like,
bunch of-
go ahead.
I was going to say PS Plus had a whole bunch of like Ubisoft games, I think for free or included in their PS Plus tier, one of the higher tiers, I think.
Yeah, Xbox does too, but I guess Ubisoft wants a little bit of this cookie. Because like, so for instance, I don't know if any of you played Ghost Recon Wildlands, which is actually pretty fucking good.
Yes, you're
It's like
canceled.
yeah, so it's free on Game Pass, even though I know it's older, but it's still fun, especially as 4-player co-op, which is kind of weird because a lot of people aren't fucking doing that shit no more. They do 3-player co-op, which still makes me like not greatly angry, but pretty close.
You know what's funny is that Wizard with a Gun actually just opened up their 4-player co-op. They're gonna open it up. Like,
really?
Yeah, because it used to be they wanted to have 4-player from the jump, but when they released it, they can only do 2, and now they did an update where you can have 4.
I think 4 is the fucking magic number, and here's why I'll say that. Because if someone does go down and you're trying to fucking heal them, like, if you get hoarded on and, you know, someone's healing another person, there's a high probability that both of those two will go down. But, like, if you have 4, it's a little bit easier to recover somebody and someone else cover a little bit. I don't know. I like 4.
Okay. That's all right. Is it me, or does it seem like there's going to be, like, I think, Kronos already pointed it. Like, last year we had so many fucking great games that this year feels a little dry, kind of. So, is it just me, or
It depends on your console.
Yeah.
I guess.
And the other thing is, unlike when we were like young kids or early 20s or whatever, games be releasing all the time. There used to be a dead zone of the summer. Remember that bullshit?
That does not exist anymore. Totally
that
gone.
does not exist. They will drop a game in the middle of August or fucking July or June. They don't give a shit.
I mean, there's games coming out, but I guess maybe it's because my taste in these are just different. Like, the only game I'm looking forward to is Star Wars Outlaws. I'm aware of the whole fucking controversy and all that, but I want me another Star Wars game. I mean, I don't want to go back to Survivor because I'll just get stuck and be on it probably for like another 4 or 5 months. But
for Assassin's Creed Black Ninja, is there a release date for it, or they just announced that they're in the process of working a game?
Supposed to be this year, later on, November, I think.
November, October, something like that.
They almost always release sometime in the fall, but they usually stagger it where it's not like the week of Call of Duty or something.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's interesting that this wasn't on anybody's radar. Like, did they announce it before that they were working on a Assassin's Creed Black Ninja game or Black Samurai?
Yeah, it was rumored that it was going to be him, but not the woman. And it seems like this is where it kind of differentiates from the other Assassin's Creed games, is because it seems like the woman that you're playing as is like a ninja, like a traditional Assassin's Creed game, but Yasuke is more like a samurai and not really an assassin. So I think it could be, this is either going to be really good or really bad for the series.
Yeah.
So, but also maybe not, because if you don't like playing as a samurai, you can just play as a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you got a problem with women, Prodigy.
I loved Cassandra. I've already sang her praises. Odyssey is top 3 for me, and it may not be number 3. Loved it though. But yeah, I mean, we'll fucking see. I hope it's a return to form because I didn't play Ragnarok, but I heard it got kind of mixed-ish reviews. It felt a little overwhelming for some people in terms of how much shit you had to do in the world.
Yeah, it's a lot. I have it. I didn't beat it because it was a lot. Like, there's only so much shit I want to do in a video game unless you give me certain incentives. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. Let me stay with gaming for a quick second. I did see on PS Plus, they were having, I think, Red Dead Redemption 2 was going to be fucking free.
On what?
Yeah.
On what?
On PlayStation.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a fucking old game, but it's still one of the best looking and best games of that generation, if not, like, it's up there in, like, of all time. So it's a great game.
Fucking masterpiece. I will say, it's not, even though yes, it's Rockstar, it is not. You can try to force your way through it, but it's not like GTA in terms of the pacing and what you need to do and how you need to approach like enemies and whatnot. It's a little bit more realistic, obviously, but you can fucking do that slow timey, quick time shoot 'em up shit when you fucking need to, and you can kill the clan. And I encourage
that never gets old.
Kill.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So Odin just
One of the
shit, I just dropped something. Odin just said something a little while ago that I was trying to look up because I didn't know if it was true about the this being light, and that I said that it might be light this year. And yeah, I remember saying that, and I looked it up, and yeah, I'm looking at the release schedule of this year, the remainder of this year, and yeah, it's pretty fucking light. So, in this month, I think one of the best games to drop is probably Hades 2. V Rising drops as well. Other than that, Homeworld 3 drops, but that's a PC game. Nobody's gonna fucking play that except for the Master Race, which I used to be. Like System Shock is coming back. I'm sorry, Setsuna's Hellblade 2, which is one of the few exclusives for the Xbox, is dropping this month as well.
That could be a good one.
Yeah, because the first one I heard was pretty good. I need to go back and play that one. Next month we have Destiny 2: The Final Shape. Star Wars. No, that's not even a fucking game. It's goddamn Android.
Yeah. Star Wars Outlaws. Not until August.
I was talking about Hunters.
An Android game.
There's an Android game for Hunters, which is, I mean.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, so like basically June is nothing except for like Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. Nope, that's still nothing because it's a fucking remake. So yeah, June is fucking done. July we have basically fucking nothing. Earth Defense Force 6.
Oh shit! They still make those games?
Yeah, August is coming up. That's the next one. Black Myth Wukong, which could be a very, very great game. Everything I've seen about the game looks fantastic, but it's off most people's radars. And then also Star Wars Outlaws comes out in August. September, Space Marine 2, Warhammer 40,000. That's about it. October.
Some people go hard for those games, so
no, I'm going to get it because it looks fucking amazing.
Yeah.
September, I think, that was it. October, basically nothing. November, basically fucking nothing. December, literally fucking nothing.
Well, it's probably a little early, but I mean, obviously, you're still going to get your annual franchises in like the October-ish time,
Not according to release
Duty.
dates right now.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's what I mean by annual. Like you're even though it's not on there, I can't possibly see a fall going by without a new Call of Duty.
I mean, it's 5 months away. I don't.
I mean, you could be right. Maybe if they're going to skip a year, that it would be unprecedented. But I guess they have the.
No, apparently
Call of Duty games are like what's the name? Like Batten. And they won every year.
Apparently, the next one is supposed to be set in the Gulf War, and it will have zombies because the big news like a couple months ago was that
Wait.
Treyarch was not going to
I think
continue.
no. So the ones that aren't announced for Call of Duty is Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. So congratulations, you played yourself.
Well, according to reports, they're supposed to release one this year. So
yeah,
with the new zombies mode.
I think I just named it.
Wait, you're saying only the mobile game? You're no console, no PC, like new Call of Duty?
I don't see one on the schedule. Hold on.
That would be.
I'll look it up. 2024.
Yeah, it doesn't sound
but also, you don't need every single goddamn year a Call of Duty game. So yeah, the only thing I see is it's a mobile season. You know.
Okay.
That's it. Like, there's no. Yeah, there's nothing is announced right now.
Okay, maybe it is too early. I know it seems pretty late in the year, but
people are thinking that it might be Black Ops 6, but that's not announced.
Yeah, but Black Ops 6, that's the one that's supposed to take place in.
Did they have a fucking 5 for Black Ops? I don't remember a 5.
Was there?
Well, they don't name the Black Ops games.
So Black Ops 5 was Cold War.
Yeah,
that was 5. Cold War was 5.
Well, because there's Black Ops, and then there was Black Ops like Modern War or something like that. Like they started changing the name structures.
They sure fucking did. You're goddamn right. That's why they have 3 different Modern Warfare 2s, Modern Warfare 3s on like different consoles and different years, you know, and then remakes to certain games as well. It is what it is. Yeah, maybe it is a dead year.
I will do another Nigodamus for you. I will predict that in the year 2026, it'll be a great year for gaming.
There you go.
Just like I called it back in 2020. You can rewind the tape. I told you that 2020 is going to be a shit year for gaming, and that 2-3 years from 2020 was going to be great because everything got pushed back, and that's what happened.
Yeah, so, they're definitely. I mean, that shit wrecked fucking offices where they were working on making a bunch of games at the time. So a lot of shit got fucking pushed back. You're absolutely right. But I will say that, you know, maybe it's slightly more dead. I mean, we don't have the big ass fucking E3 anymore, you know, to make fucking game announcements. Remember that shit on an annual basis?
Yeah, but I think we're missing. There's like an elephant in the room that I'm pretty sure somebody listening to this is going to be mad about. I'll bring it up. All right. The gaming industry as a whole has had a shitload of layoffs in this past year. This will have rippling effects. That's why I didn't say next year is going to be a great year for gaming. That's why I said 2026. Because we've had, listen, I'm in the tech industry, and we've had workforce reductions in my supposed to be safe job, and I haven't been hit, but you know, if it happens, it happens. I have to like figure some shit out. But I've had so many people that I know that have been hit with, you know, tech layoffs, and the gaming industry was not immune. Like all these news stories that you're seeing, these are like legit studios that make legit good games, and they're getting hit just as hard as anybody else. And I think that there's going to be a restructuring in tech in general. I think that people have jumped the gun with AI being a disruptor in the industry. I think that it will happen eventually as being a disruptor, but I think it's been kind of premature. Plus, the other, I got to get economics with you, is that the interest rates being high right now from the Fed is starting to affect certain industries that rely upon loans. And that really applies to the tech industry, because the tech industry really applies on a lot of loans to gain capital if they're not public. And even if they are public, they still need to rely on certain loans. And a lot of loans are coming due now. They're gonna become due. Let's see, the interest rates raised in 2022, and so most corporate loans are 5 years max.
Yeah.
So I expect to see within the next this is 2024, in the next 2 to 3 years, we're going to see a continued reduction in tech industries and venture capitalists in general. And after that, you're going to see a resurgence in tech and gaming again.
Well, let me. I agree with you, but I will also say that tech, which gaming is part of tech,
yes,
is cyclical. Like, especially if you grew up in the Bay Area and around the South Bay and Silicon Valley and whatnot, you've seen boom and fucking bust cycles multiple times since the fucking like late 70s through the 80s.
In the 90s. People forgot that, like, when we were because except for Old Ninja, we were teenagers in the 90s. And we kind of we didn't understand the bubble bursting then.
Yep.
Our parents had to, like, deal with that. We didn't. So
I remember because my real good buddy lived in San Jose, and obviously I lived in Fremont. I remember you could tell the fucking economy bubble fucking burst because you could drive down fucking 880 and where it would take you a fucking hour to get to San Jose, you know, during like kind of rush hour or evening time.
Yeah.
It was taking like 20 minutes. And I was like, God damn, nobody's on this fucking freeway.
That was like 2020. Remember in 2020 when like literally there was no goddamn traffic?
Nobody
was pandemic.
Nobody was on. And the weird thing was, what was even more fucked up, it felt like what people kept calling Gestapo is like if you ran into a highway patrol police officer, they asked you for like you basically have to have papers. You have to have your job, sign off and say that you were a what the fuck they used to call it?
Essential worker.
Essential worker.
Yeah, and your job had to print out and had to be signed and dated, and it had to have like a time period of how long that paper was good, which was fucked up. I never got stopped. I had to carry it with me though. I had to carry it in my glove compartment in case I did get stopped.
You know, always carry your papers.
Yeah, you should.
You might
I remember
use with someone who ain't free.
I believe for that portion of time where like nobody was traveling and like we all were staying at home, like the air quality got like really good. There was like no pollution. There was like no planes in the air or anything. It was just like I could breathe.
I love seeing those fucking photos and pictures of goddamn deer running through like the streets of downtown San Francisco and shit, or LA, whatever. And I'd be like, God damn, nature is returning. You know what I mean? It was kind of.
Do you remember the ogres? Ogres running through the streets? I'm just saying. We could just say on the podcast. Just don't even say it didn't happen. Just say like there was ogres running through the streets.
Yeah.
Just saying in the future they could believe that.
Well, yeah. A couple of years before that, we were basically on Mars with all the wildfires we were having. You walked outside, it was just orange. Like
that shit fucking depressed me, man. I never had some shit where not only was the sky the wrong fucking color, not during an eclipse, but just because of fucking, you know, the fire and pollution shit, but also indoors with the AC on, you could fucking taste the fire. You know,
you were coughing up amber. You're like,
yep, all bad.
Terrible.
And you know what's crazy? Like going from the wildfires in California to the pandemic, and then people were just like, "Oh, we don't want to wear a mask." It's like literally last year you were all wearing masks, like to like deal with like the fucking smoke and all that shit. And what was crazy is like I would see like there's a couple times where I come out of the house, I'd be driving around to like get gas or do whatever occasionally. I remember like a couple times I saw somebody like literally have a mask on, and they would. This is weird. Okay, in California, almost nobody fucking smokes anymore. Okay, but I would literally see a person that would that would like they would be smoking a cigarette, pull their fucking mask down, smoke the cigarette, and put the mask back up. And I'm like, sir, at this point, you've lost the fucking plot. Like you've lost the plot. Like what are you doing? Like
yeah, man.
It was either have the mask on or just don't. Like you, come on, man.
You know, it was wild. It was fucking wild, and it was scary as well. Guys, you guys want to wrap it?
Actually, I want to talk about one quick thing real quick. We could probably save it till next week. But did you guys talk about Childish Gambino's new album yet?
No, but it just dropped this week. So
yeah, it just dropped this week.
Yeah. I mean, I told you guys.
I listen to every track, and every track is a fucking hit. Like it's been a while since I listened to an album and loved every goddamn song on that track. Like every one, it just gets better and better and better, which is crazy. The last song, it gets a little bit too churchy for me, but it's still pretty good. But yeah, definitely check it out. Like it's really fucking good for a new release or whatever.
Good shit.
I agree. The rest of y'all listening to the album?
I haven't yet. I've been jamming out to BBL Drizzy, but I'm gonna put it on.
Yeah, the same way. I had to listen to something else. But yeah, I agree with Blue. I have really enjoyed the album. I've been listening to it the past 2-3 days. It was better than I thought it was going to be, given the fact that Childish Gambino, who I saw in concert a while back, hasn't released an album in a long time. And it's honestly, he picked up where he dropped off, and it's been really good. Like he actually, the first time I saw it, there was like a video that dropped, Littlefoot Bigfoot, which was, it's very catchy, but it's kind of weird. And like if you watch the video, there's like a part. Did you watch the video, Blue?
I watched the video, but like I saw little clips of it here and there. I'm like, ooh, this is too mastery looking.
So watch the video. There's a part in the video that is just like, what the fuck just happened? And it's actually kind of funny. So yeah, it starts off that's kind of sort of cringy, but it gets better. So yeah, the album is definitely worth a listen. It's called I think it's Ada Vista. I'm pretty sure.
I was trying to find the name, I was trying to find the track online, but I couldn't find it. Like I have a subscription to Amazon Music, and that's where I heard it at.
That's what I use Amazon Music too, so I'm pretty sure it's Ada Vista.
Yeah, it's Ada Vista.
Yeah.
Just to further his accolades, I guess. So I don't know if y'all saw, but Mr. and Mrs. Smith got renewed for season 2.
Excellent.
Oh, nice.
Because we need an actual fucking ending. Because like the end of the season 1 was not an ending.
I need to finish watching it.
Yeah,
I think I'm like 2 episodes behind.
I still need to even start that one. I intended because I loved
really?
Swarm with him, so I'm gonna check that out.
Watch it. Now, I'm
Dude, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, that was something else.
I'm a fan of like the women too. Something Erskine.
Oh, she's the
voice.
Blue-eyed samurai.
Yeah, she's the voice.
Yeah, she did a great job. So she was a great voice actor in that one. But,
that's in season 2, right? Because she fucking
literally just got approved.
She didn't kill nobody.
Yeah,
she didn't kill enough nobodies.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited for like season 2 of that, but also Arcane. Nobody's really talking about, but Arcane season 2 drops this year. So
I can't fucking wait because Arcane was shit. That made
was
me
a hit out of nowhere.
That was one of the best things I've ever fucking seen.
That made me want to play the game, and then I was like, look at the game again. I was like, no, I don't want to play that game. But the show was dope. The show was dope.
Yeah, I can't bring myself to play it. I can't bring myself to play the game.
I can't do a MOBA. I'm too old to play a MOBA.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap it. Old Ninja, what you got populating this week? God damn it.
I'm letting my bones knit from surviving another trip around the sun. So I'm be chilling. I'm not going anywhere this week, but next week. Oh no, I'll be on next week. But the week after I won't be on. But I'm gonna be out of town. But I'm gonna be chilling this week, playing some Destiny. Hopefully squadding up with Prodigy sometime this weekend, doing some of this Modern Warfare stuff because it's easier with more people to get shit done. And to get what you want because you have a really high chance of getting the shit that you're looking for. So it should be cool. Just gonna be chilling, trying to lose a little bit of weight, not too much. Because I'm not trying to die, and just doing this game. I've said this before on the cast. I haven't done it yet, but I'm probably gonna play one of these Resident Evil games. I finished part 3. But I've had part 4 since it came out, and I haven't even opened. It's still in cellophane. Where is it?
RE3, you can literally speed run in less than 6 hours.
I beat that already. I beat that in like a day and a half. I played half of it, then beat the other half. I had part 4, but I haven't got it. And part 4 has DLC. So
yeah,
oh shit.
4 you got to savor like a fine wine. That has Leon Kennedy.
I'm not really big on their twink.
Is Prodigy coming out right now? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, he's been out. Have you not seen his love letters to Griffith?
I'm cool with it. I'm just saying. I mean, Mishka might want to know. I'm just saying.
I mean, he can have a double life, I guess. You like what you like. Anyway, yeah.
That's right. They're married, huh? I forgot about that. Never had a bachelor party.
They sneaked off and did some shit without us, but it's fine.
But we weren't. None of us were invited. That's what happened.
Never went to Tijuana or anything.
They had their secret friends. Their secret friends that like Leon Kennedy. He invited Leon Kennedy. That's what happened.
I did invite Leon.
Yeah, I bet you did. We didn't get a donkey show, no ping pong ball
Jesus
shooting
Christ.
out the. You know what?
Nobody flipped over tables.
Anyway, yeah, no dead hookers, no fire, nothing. Anyway, yeah, that's just me.
All right, Blue, what you got?
Let's see. The Sweetness is going to some company thing tomorrow, so me and little Bash is gonna be kicking it. Over the weekend I cleaned out our hot tub and got it all set up and like chemical balance and everything. So maybe after he gets out of daycare, I might pick him up even early. Him and I would just because the weather here has been pretty nice lately, so maybe we'll jump in there and have a little fun. Continue doing housework. Man, it's fucking all the rain we had here. My backyard is a fucking jungle right now, so I'm still slowly chipping away at that. Fuck, nothing else really. Just I'm paying off bills, getting rid of some of the debt, which I'm pretty happy about. But fuck, I feel like something's happening this week. I just can't think of what it is. I know the Sweetness is off all next week from work, so I might take a day or two off so her and I can just hang out while the little guy's at school or in daycare. But other than that, just straight chilling. Just glad I got my laptop back because I went back into my history and restored all the windows that were closed and about 20 windows opened up. I'm like, shit. I have windows on here for our Disneyland trip, like planning that out and planning out Legoland and the hotels we stayed at. So all those tabs are still open.
Why are you lying? You're like, why is there a Leon Kennedy dick pics in my fuck? I'm just kidding. Sorry, going back. That was Prodigy. My bad.
Oh, okay. That's all bad.
All good. Kronos, what you got?
Old Ninja, I will tell you, if you want to lose some weight, you can go through some heartbreak. I'm telling you, almost 14 years, break up with somebody, and you can lose some weight. I'm just saying. Personal experience.
That happened to me before, and it happened in 3 days. And it was definitely an experience. So I'm
just saying, I'm back down to fighting weight. It's great.
I'd rather do it with a clear mind,
right.
And just beat up on homeless people.
God damn, bum fights.
That's fucking dark.
Also, I'm also one more thing to throw in. I'm also taking a break from drinking, so I've already haven't had a drink in 7 days. So this isn't a drink. Okay. This is a LaCroix, a little fancy one. Skinny can.
I will say,
why do we as Black people keep drinking LaCroix? Is it the name? Bubbly is far superior.
No sugar.
No, LaCroix is
Mm.
LaCroix is good. I'm just saying.
Yes. Bubbly's better.
Honestly, happy, Blue, that you're taking a break because I just did a break and I'm off of it now. What's funny is that I took a break before shit kind of hit the fan. I just kind of kept it going because I just wanted to be clear-minded throughout the whole thing. And I remember I was thinking that, I was pretty sure that's going to be the 14th is when I was a month, but it's actually the 11th. And I realized that days later. And I was like, oh, okay, I can drink now. So I'm drinking now, but the break has been honestly nice. I think if anybody drinks regularly, maybe take a break sometime.
Yeah. And my reason for taking a break is I looked in a mirror and I saw I had a gut. I was like, what the fuck is this?
yeah, there's that too. So yeah,
I need to take a break.
Take a break for physical and mental reasons if you need to.
Mental too.
If you don't think you need to take a break, then you don't need to take a break. So I'm not telling you what the fuck to do. Just saying, I took a break, and it's been nice for that portion of it.
I was out there cutting alcohol with alcohol.
Yeah, that's the best part, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I'm just the future for me is a little shaky. I'm looking forward to getting through all this and hopefully 36 months being in a different place, a better place. So not dead.
No, I was going to say, man,
I said that and I was like, Jesus Christ, not dead.
The old man's home, what's those? Senior citizen home or something like that. It was called The Better Place.
Yeah.
A better place for grandma.
I look forward to hanging out with Prodigy in real life, even though we actually live pretty close together. But yeah, I look forward to seeing him and my brother over the weekend and having a couple beers. And that's enough. That's all I got.
All good.
Oh, really quickly to add to Cronus. I don't know if you know, but Starfield updated today. I
noticed that too.
Yeah. And the big update September 6th, but they did update today. Just like some new shit. Definitely the 60 frames per second update, some cleanup, and there's some other shit. There's a whole fucking thing. But if you want to check it out, it's on there.
I mean, my Xbox is still dusty.
So now you have a reason to undust that bitch.
Do I though?
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
For me, I am going to try to get on there with Old Ninja on probably some zombies over the weekend. Definitely excited to see Kronos in real life. And I'm going to finish off some more 3-body problem and maybe even dip my toe into some Shogun because, of course, I fucking haven't seen any of it, and I know it's over, and it's supposed to be fucking amazing. And
oh shit,
you know, I'm just gonna pretend that Yasuke is in there. I don't care if he's not in it. So here's what it is.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm looking at there's like a mini video about the Starfield update. This is fucking hilarious. Anyway,
you just fapping. So Starfield is like Leon Kennedy. Anyway,
no. Starfield ain't no fucking twink. Oh, shut your ass up. Anyway,
wrong button.
You just experienced Black and the Black Infinity.
Infinity.
Check us out anywhere and everywhere you listen to podcasts. You can check us out live every Wednesday, 8:30 Pacific ish time on YouTube with Black and Black Times Infinity or BTNBTI, which is BTHANBTI. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, anywhere you consume your podcast, you can email us at btnbti@gmail.com because we have a Discord server. You can be on there with some private stuff, some stuff you don't want to say openly in our live chat. We're also we're on Twitch with BTMTI. You can also, you can watch us live on there as well. We simul stream. Is that the term? Simulcast.
Yeah.
Sure. There you go. On there. And then check out our official website.
That's just you and Leon.
I'm not this fast.
Oh, Jesus.
Last one has to eat the cookie.
BenHabProductions.com/BTI. That is disgusting. Oh my God. Thick as a Snicker. Thicker than a Snicker.
All right. Yeah. That's the best. Anyway, this has been a lot of fun, guys. Thank you very much. All right. We're out this bitch. Peace.
And through his God-given genius of science, man at last has succeeded in penetrating further and further into the unknown vastness of space. Yet many questions remain unanswered.